they ever called a director saying, you know what, work with my son.
Yeah.
That was never how we function. I mean, people usually think that's how it is, but it's not like that. I don't think my dad ever called someone asking them to pick me in a film.
My uncle's in the army. Really be nervous watching a film where there's someone from the armed forces being portrayed, because a lot of times he'd be like, "Arey, ye dikha diya, arey wo dikha diya, ye aise nahi hota, ye ho hi nahi sakta."
My director he speaks Hindi, so he's not very fluent with Telugu.
Oh, is that?
So he's from Kota.
Hope he learned Telugu.
I think he's still trying. Hi, I'm Varun Tej.
Hi, I'm Manushi Chhillar and you're watching ETimes.
Hello and welcome to ETimes. My name is Jigar Shah. Today we have with us the cast of Operation Valentine, Varun Tej and Manushi Chhillar. Guys, the film is about Air Force and it's been shot in Hindi and in Telugu.
Right.
You've done most of your work in Telugu.
Yeah.
How was to speak in Hindi, and did you get what you were saying?
I mean, I did a little bit of homework before we started. I was telling earlier, my director he speaks Hindi, so he's not very fluent with Telugu.
Oh, is that?
So he's from Kota. So when he came, I thought it was quite important for the director to understand what was happening on set. So I said, okay, let me learn Hindi. So I did a bunch of classes and all of that.
Hope he learned Telugu.
I think he's still trying.
No, he's picked up a few
He's
things.
picked up. But the thing is, Hindi is not that Hindi is not familiar. Like I have friends speaking Hindi, but just that I'm not so fluent. But I think I picked it up a little bit. It was easy. Well, I had a good coach. So yeah.
How was your Telugu? How did you pick up? Did you?
How did I pick up?
She's very good.
Very good. Too good. Obviously, I'd never spoken the language before, but I tried. The good thing is that...
She speak about Telugu, she's having trouble talking.
No. But I can understand a little bit now, simply because there's certain words you have that kept repeating, and then you start correlating it with the meaning. And the good thing was that we shot the film in Hindi and Telugu. So thanks to Varun, we would finish Hindi first, and then we'd move on to Telugu. So that helped. Luckily, Shakti, our director, speaks Hindi. So we were both in the same boat. When technicians would start discussing things in Telugu, we would both look at each other. But
it's not very easy to shoot in two languages.
Yeah, it's not.
The thing is, even if it's the same meaning for the dialogue, the space of it or the length of it is completely different. And I had a little bit of trouble while doing two languages in between. Especially, I would mug up my Hindi lines like massively and like do a lot of homework, not sleep the previous night. I would wake up, I said, dude, I'm ready to do Hindi. My director was like, what? I thought you were going to start off doing Telugu. I said, no, I'm ready with this. I would do my Hindi lines and then I would forget my Telugu lines. It was funny that I always thought it was going to happen the other way around.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny.
But the good thing was that we had people on set to help us, and to kind of, especially with the pauses and the enunciation. So there were people on set who would like tell me where to. So that's the main thing. You can still mug up lines, but where you need to stop and where you need to stress. That's
stressful.
Yeah, that's stressful.
When nowadays when people speak in language which I don't know, my reaction is to look down.
Yeah.
For subtitles. Something I could just pop up.
No, I learned something. Basically, whenever people will be talking in Telugu on set, I just look at them and nod. Like I understand what they're saying.
That's the best thing to do. Just nod.
Till they get nervous about it. But I pretty much do that.
Now, Varun, as I was here, seeing your video which you did with the Wing Commander recently. I didn't get the language, but I was still trying to understand of it. And as how he also said that there are not many films on Air Force or armed forces in your language particularly. When you do take up a film like Operation Valentine, there obviously is a backup, whereas Tom Cruise has done this, Hrithik Roshan has done this. So how much is it double pressure, because you are doing something which is not done so much in your language and something which other people are also doing?
I think it's exciting. First to do something that hasn't been really explored in Telugu, and but if you ask me about pressure, so I know there's only a certain market that they've really tapped. Yeah. I mean, take Top Gun for example. I mean, I know the people in these cities and all of that, the youngsters have seen it, but I know there's a certain market of people who haven't still watched.
True.
So it was exciting for me. Obviously, I mean, There's no pressure, but I mean, there's a little. Maybe my director had pressure to like probably keep up to those films because I think Top Gun is an exceptionally made film. Like back in the 80s, it's still way ahead of its league. Yeah, way ahead. I think we had our challenges while filming it, but we took it in a positive stride. Tried to make it appealing to the section today also. Yeah.
My thing with action film is that because Top Gun has done so much, it's like the Rocky of boxing.
Right.
They're done. It's the genre is done. You can't go beyond Rocky.
I did that. I did that in Telugu.
Yeah, I know you did that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, but you can learn from it. I think the thing is again, if you're trying to mimic it, that's when you'll fall flat. When you pick a story which is so rooted, I mean, like. We weren't inspired by Top Gun. Maybe we were inspired by a couple of action blocks from Top Gun. Maybe we wanted to get something close to that. But when you see the whole conflict or the emotion behind it, that is our story. That is something that happened in our country. So I think as long as your scripts are rooted, your subject is rooted, it's okay.
Yeah. Have you seen the Hindi dubs of your film?
Hindi, just one. Just one of them. Yeah.
Which one was it?
I saw this film called Gadalkonda Ganesh. And I saw Fida also.
Yeah. Fida is on Hindi, runs on TV all the time.
Correct. There's another film where Priya Gangster. I think I saw that. That was pretty good.
Did you like it? The Hindi version of it?
I mean, it's weird to watch someone else dub for you, but it was nice. I was glad that people received it quite well.
It works so fine. The Hindi dubs of Telugu films are working.
I know they've been very. The reception has been great. Like. Not just from the last 5 years when you've seen this transfers of Telugu and other languages together, but from like the last 10-20 years, people have been super welcoming from Telugu actors all over the country or any other actors.
I was talking to Naga Chaitanya.
Yeah.
Share. So I was telling him that someone I know who's done research that how dub films of South India works best in Kashmir.
Yeah, Nepal and all these areas. I was surprised.
It's surprised. I have no idea how this happens, but it happens. It works magically in Kashmir, in Jammu and Kashmir circuit.
You think it's because they're not access to like cinema and all of that? Yeah,
I think so. A lot of it. Yeah, because there were hardly cinemas in the Kashmir Valley.
Correct. Even in Nepal and all these areas, we were like quite surprised to see they watch a lot of Telugu and South Indian films.
They love it. It's like their quota of like pure.
But ultimately, that's your dream, right? Be it on the large format or on the phone or on your TV. All you want is your work to go penetrate through. Ultimately, that's a good thing.
True. Manushi, as I'm saying, it's based on real events, and as I just heard that the real crew was the real pilots or the people who were involved with the forces were also present on the sets.
Yes.
So how was that pressure? Because you are apparently playing someone who's already lived that life. So that person is seeing you live that person's life. So how was it to being constant, like a eye on you?
That actually takes the pressure off.
Oh, really?
Of you. I felt that having Varun on sets was a big relief because I knew that see, my uncle's in the army, and whenever we'd watch a film, I still remember a lot of times we would really be nervous watching a film where there's someone from the armed forces being portrayed because a lot of times he'd be like, "Arey, ye dikha diya, arey wo dikha diya, ye aise nahi hota, ye ho hi nahi sakta." So having her around, at least I know that my uncle won't be watching and be like, "Ye kar diya, wo kar diya." But it takes the pressure off of you, and we've had the Air Force involved from the very beginning, which was actually great because right from this is something that you would say to a senior, this is something you wouldn't say to your colleague. You know, these small things were taken care of, and our director from the very beginning was very particular about the fact that I wanted to be as authentic while making sure that it doesn't take the entertainment out of it.
Varun, so did you? I'm sure you also must have spoken as you in your interview. You spoke to wing commander. You must have also spoken to other officers as well. What's that one thing which surprised you about the armed forces or armed officers that I didn't think, as you said, not rigid part, but as a personality-wise or as a protocol-wise that you thought that they can do, which you realized that they can't.
I always thought they were really strict. They wouldn't talk a lot. They would keep them to themselves, not even probably see a smile on their faces, but they were completely opposite, man. They were like super chill, and I saw Top Gun, I thought, okay, that's probably an interpretation of them, but when I met them in real, they were like super relaxed, super chill, super funny guys. They don't take anything too seriously other than their job. So when I met them, I was really taken aback because that is not what I was expecting when I met them. I thought they're going to be like, sit there, go, that's it.
So our movies have spoiled the image
I think they did. I think so. When I met them, so we had the honor of like hanging out with them post our shoot. They had some parties hosted for us, so we spoke to them at length. They were like, there was always a little portrayal about us in cinema that's completely little different to what we really are. And they said we want this film to be on shows in the right approach. So I said, yeah, we'll try. I think we at least did a bit right.
So you come from a family which is full of actors.
Right.
Chiranjeevi, Charan, Allu Arjun, etc. I can keep on going, take names for the entire interview part of it. Now, when you come from a family of as sorts, take your next film.
Right.
How much of it is it like, oh, Ramcharan's doing this, Allu's doing this, how do I choose my next film?
Right.
Does that happen?
I think that pressure is there for every actor. I think, for me, especially from the days I started my career, I was very sure that I wanted to be a little different, not just from my family, even from the rest of the other actors also. I said, see, when I started off acting, there were about 20 odd actors, like really big actors in Telugu. I was like, why would, my dad always questioned me, he said, think about why people should buy a ticket and come and watch your film. What is it that you're offering new to them? So from the beginning, I always had this thing in my mind that, I need to offer something novel, not do the same thing that my brothers or my family or even the other contemporaries are doing. So I've had that consciously, and I think that drives me towards picking my scripts. I always try, irrespective of success or failure. I think that's a good approach. You should be different from the rest.
But is there pressure in the family?
Maybe. The thing is not to spoil because it's a huge legacy set by them. Maybe not disrespect them in any way, but I think they've been very kind in that way. They always let us explore what we wanted. They never pushed us. They never called a director. They never called a producer, said, take my guy. Or they never called a director saying, you know what, work with my son.
Yeah.
That was never how we function. People usually think that's how it is, but it's not like that. Like till now, I don't think my dad ever called someone asking them to pick me in a film.
Wow.
We struggled. I had my time. My first film, from the time it started off, it took 3 years to start.
Wow.
There is struggle. It's in a different way.
Yeah.
But I think at least my family has been kind in that way. Yeah. They let us explore. I think that is quite important.
Lovely. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
guys.
so
Before
much.
I got thrown out of here.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you so much, guys.